on the senseless beating investigation and now a murder investigation where the victim was 17-year-old Jonathan Lewis, and this occurred on November 1st, 2023. And I want to take this moment to just also recognize the work that the members of our homicide section have done once again to bring closure to a senseless crime that occurred in our community. I'm here today to announce that we have 8 suspects in custody for the murder of Jonathan Lewis, and those 8 suspects will be charged with the crime of murder. Our work in this investigation is far from over, and we need all of your help as we continue with this investigation. And the reason I say that is many of you and many people in the community have seen the violent video that has circulated throughout our community via social media. And if you or your child or somebody you know has seen that video and recognizes anybody that may have been a participant in this senseless crime, you need to get a hold of us and our homicide section, like I said earlier, as we further our investigation. And on a personal note, I want to say, just as a parent and as a member of this community, is the video that's out there and the videos that we have mentioned throughout this investigation and that you've seen reported in the media, they're extremely disturbing. And this should be a reminder to all of us to have those difficult conversations with our children and remind them that their actions have consequences.
Yes, this is a quick update to a video I put out a few hours ago. They have finally arrested this kid. A lot of people decided not to talk about this. When I looked through, the mainstream media was not picking up this story simply because it doesn't fit in their narrative. Reason I decided to report on this: I'm happy they have been arrested. A lot of people are asking why it took so long for them to do this.
And almost 2 weeks later now, police haven't arrested anybody. It's on video. It'd be easy right now to say it's an all-black mob beating a white kid. If it had been a white mob beating a black kid, well, then Kamala Harris would be prosecuting the case out in Nevada. But there is a deeper problem here. And that's what we want to talk about with Jonathan Lewis Sr. That's Jonathan's dad. We appreciate you being here, Jonathan. I'm really sorry about your son. It's clear you raised him right if he was stepping in to try to stand up for another young child. What is it about him that made him want to do that, you think?
Well, yes, the mainstream media will not talk about this. This is sad news. Las Vegas black teen beaten today by mob of attackers outside of high school. When you see real situation like this, the mainstream media will not talk about this. I have seen disturbing videos about it. When I look through the kind of trauma I felt, I don't really know. The mainstream media will never give this full coverage. Reasons we all know. When I take a look at this article,
another young child. What is it about him that made him want to do that, you think?
Well, my family's full of veterans. My dad's a retired Navy Special Ops master diver, and my grandfather's a highly decorated World War II veteran, multiple Purple Hearts, and yeah, I grew up my whole life wanting to serve in the military. I joined the military the day I turned 18, and I think that Jonathan just knew the great strength of love. You know, that's what we teach in our family, that love is the greatest strength, and we protect our family members and care for one another and have a deep sense of community. And I think that just inspired him to do so.
Any idea why it's taken police so long? You've got the videotape. As we know from the law, you don't have to be the one to deal the fatal blow. If you're part of a gang that attacks somebody and somebody dies, you get arrested for murder. That's just the way it works. Why is it taking so long?
Well, I'm in close contact with Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department's Detective Division, and they are working very diligently. They haven't given me a reason why they haven't made an arrest yet, but they do have, there's other videos that are not released to the public, just so that you're aware of that. And exactly what occurred was that Jonathan was actually attacked first by a few kids, and they couldn't beat him up because he was so strong. And then so all the other kids joined in and beat him to death after that.
Wow. Wow. I'm just stunned. You think the police are dragging their feet for some reason? I can't figure it out.
Well, I can tell you that I've sat down and have meetings with these detectives, and they're very highly efficient at their work. I think that there's a lot of other unique factors involved. Unfortunately, the school went and gathered up some of these kids and before, even though they were told not to. And
I know you raised your son right in a really incredible way, and I
don't know why this keep happening on daily basis. This is sad news. About 15 teens beat up this teen little he's dead. When you take a look at how the mainstream media is not even putting focus to create an awareness on situation like this, it saddens my heart to actually see this continue to happen on a daily basis when the situation is opposite and favor their talking points. They will pick up and sing like a song, but when it doesn't go along with them, you will never see them reporting it, which it has been like this for a very long time. Sometimes when I look at situations like this, very concerning. It is high time people realize these people don't work for you. I decided to report this. This is not actually my usual news, but when I see it triggered me a lot watching that video. Giving more details to what is going on, I will read out this article so you can have more light to what happened exactly. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that, and if possible, why not share out this video? A Las Vegas high school student died after he was severely beaten by a group of around 15 attackers. Jonathan Lewis, a 17-year-old student of Rancho High School, died Tuesday less than 2 weeks after an attack by the group of students outside the school, according to a class report. The teen father, also named Jonathan Lewis, confirmed his son death to the station. The grieving dad said his son kept to himself and lived in Las Vegas with his mother, though the teen planned in Texas. The father also expressed disappointment in the fight that led to the death of his son, saying that the children don't even know what they are doing half the time. The father said he hopes the incident can be part of a conversation around youth vow in the city. Lewis added that he loved his children with all my heart and called it unimaginable that such vow could ever come to this point. I hope there is a way they can find forgiveness in their heart and find a way to be able to come to terms with what they have done, he said. Lewis said the teen's family has been told by investigators that they plan to charge